Hey everybody, this is Brandon from SparkSmith, and we're going to take a look at some laser headlights that we got from some random manufacturer that we found on AliExpress. These are a 7-inch round sealed beam replacement style headlights, so for like Jeep Wranglers, old cars, trucks, that kind of thing.
The packaging looks nice.
The packaging is very nice, and the product itself looks really nice. It's really well made. It's well put together. So it's got, this one has a standard H4 plug, the 3 pins, and then you've got an extra wire for the laser and an extra wire for a daytime running light. So I don't know if the camera can pick it up, but these two little sidebars here, and we'll light them up in a second, those turn on as like a daytime running light. So we're gonna take these over to the test bench and plug them up and see how well they operate. Okay, so like with some of our other videos, we're just going to compare it to one of our benchmarks, which is the Morimoto Sealed 7 LED headlight. We've got them both on low beam right now, and so from this perspective, like, they both look pretty dang cool. But if we turn around and look at the output of them, we'll take a look at the... So that's your standard Sealed 7 low beam output. But if we take that off and turn this guy on, you'll see it's a nice wide beam. It doesn't have nearly the defined cutoff that the Sealed 7 has. So you get a little bit more glare up top. We can take some readings with the motometer. I suspect we're going to see that this one is not quite as bright. So motometer's reading 125, 120, something like that. And it's, I mean, pretty consistent across here. It seems to be mid 120s in terms of lux. Getting some more down lower. It gets up towards like 180. So we'll test out the Sealed 7 and see what... So the Sealed 7, we're getting right here at the center about 350 in lux. So over twice what we were seeing on this other LED headlight. So we'll switch them over to high beam and kind of see what we've got. So you can see with the Sealed 7, the high beam simply adds an extra layer of light up high. And that's just the way the optics work with these particular headlights. If you stick the meter up here, so obviously you've still got your low beam intensity, which is around 350. The high beam, we're reading in the middle somewhere around 500. 520, something like that. Alright, so with this laser LED headlight, it still has the same low beam pattern. Granted, it wasn't quite as bright as the Sealed 7, but it adds this very intense hot spot right here in the middle. And we are reading around 1200 lux. So the high beam on this, and this is just with the LED, we haven't turned the laser on yet, just with the LED, it's around 1200 lux. So 2.5 times what the high beam was on the Sealed 7. So we're going to turn on the laser and see how much that adds to it. All right, so we've got the laser turned on, which obviously is this center projector, along with the LED high beam and the LED low beam. Get it straight. As you can see, that is an extremely intense high beam spot. I suspect it's going to run us off the scale. So this is around 12,000 lux. So
Turn her around, I want to see.
about, it says 12.3, and then K looks at the bottom if you can't see it. So if you go, say, up here, you're at 480, 500, and then it goes up to 12, almost 13,000. So 10 times what the high beam was. Remember, it was 1200 with just the LED high beam. That's a ton of light. The problem is it's all right here. Now, granted, we're only 25 feet away, but even at 25 feet, you would want to see more spread than this. Yeah, it's great to have a hotspot because you'll be able to see for miles, but you're only going to see this much of it. And if that cone of dispersion is that narrow, that laser is not going to do you any good in real world applications. Yes, it's extremely bright, but I think the optics of this thing are just not set up as well as some of the other laser high beams we've seen. Okay, one last thing on these. So here's the daytime running light in each one. Again, this laser headlight, it looks really cool. I even like the way they did the daytime running light in it. It's not quite as bright as the 4 chips inside the Sealed 7, but I do like the look of it. I think as a DRL it would be plenty bright. I will say that with this laser, you can check out one other video we did where we tested out a bi-LED projector with a laser high beam and some laser, just like dedicated laser bulbs. And both of them had the same kind of intensity, but a much wider spread over this 25-foot distance. And those, to me, seem like something that would be a much more useful kind of laser high beam as opposed to this incredibly tight pencil beam that this thing has. So that's kind of the verdict, is they're cool, but not something we're going to be selling. We're going to be looking for other options to bring you later.